Hello everybody, I am Fuzzyface and welcome to another episode of this playthrough of Motorsport Manager 2016. We are with the Predator Racing Group still. Last time out we had another good result. We finished with both cars inside the top 10 in Munich. Both cars making a lot of good moves on the last lap, as a lot of the other cars, I think they must have run out of fuel as they mustn't have judged it right after the safety car. So we finished 3rd and 10th, another podium. I'm not sure how many podiums we've actually had this season. So wait to see. I think we click on the designer, don't we? No? Yeah. So we've done 6 races. That's our 2nd podium of the season. Obviously one of those other podiums was a win. Can't see what we had last season because we changed designers. So what did we have? She had 2 podiums last season, but this season she's now got 2 podiums and a win. Last season Latinen had 2 podiums. This year she's yet to get a podium, but she's doing decently. She's not got the best car. We do give all the best parts to Santa Ana, so she should be the car that's doing a lot better. We just got an interview to complete from after the last race. It's always the same questions. We always go for the middle one as that makes both drivers happy. Got a morale boost on Santa Ana, which isn't too important because she's got 100% anyway. And yeah, we finished the suspension part last time out. I don't think we're going to build any new parts now. We're just going to concentrate until the end of the season getting through with this car. So we've only got 4 races left. Around here somewhere we're going to end up building the new engine for next year. We're going to go ahead and do this for next year. Or whether we can build it now and just slowly work on it, on getting it up to scratch. Should we do that? Or should we build this one? Should we build this one? And then we can build one that's got this, this, and this for next season. So what's that at the moment? 149, 188. Whereas that will be 218. No, we're not going to be able to get it above 218, are we? No, that's the highest we're going to be able to get, 218. Even if we did that, that, and that, that'd just take it to 194 with an improvability rating of 218, would it? When we do that, does that just add 20? No, that adds a 40 on, doesn't it? So that would, that and that would make that 258, I would think. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and build this one. Not with that in, obviously. Is that better than the one we've got? Not quite. It's not better than the one we've got, but we would be able to put a better engine in Latinen's car, wouldn't we? So we'll go ahead and build this one now, and this is the definitely last part we're going to build that we're going to use, because we're going to build that. We're going to use we're going to build another engine towards the end of the season that uses that, that, and that. So we'll go ahead and build this. And then we're fully prepared to the end of the season. We're going to get that other engine part built. And then we do have enough money left over to work on what we do want to on the HQ as well. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do there. Car repair finished. So we're still working on this new suspension part at the moment. Which is the other new suspension part that we had that we'd have to do a bit of work on? This one, isn't it? Is this one now good enough that we can be happy with it? If we do that, take that out, because that's a more, yeah, more bothered about getting that one up to scratch first. And now we do have some sponsorships available. We do have 2-star sponsors this time. What's that, 5th or above, 8th or above? What was the last one? 9th or above, wasn't it, for £450,000? I think we're going to wait until we get closer to race time before we decide on what sort of sponsors we're going to have. And we've got a politics vote coming up on brakes being able to be developed. Obviously last season this is the one that we voted for, to make it so that brakes with spec parts. And obviously this might be getting reversed this season. So we are... There is no restriction on brake development, allowing teams to improve. We're going to be against this. Because obviously we want to develop as fewer parts as possible. So hopefully some of these vote with us as well. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. So we're against the brakes being developed with 3 to 1, 4 to 1. It's tying up here. Abstained. No, you're supposed to vote for against. Come on. People vote against. Yes, that's 5 votes. That's all we need. I'm rejected, so brakes are going to be a spec part again from next season still. What have we got left to vote on this? We've got the equality focus merit payment, so that would be equal prize money at the end of the season for all teams. Which, what is it? It's 125 million, isn't it, for this series? So that would be 12.5 million each. We got about, I think we got about 11.3 last season, so it would mean we're £1 million better off. It's not a big difference, but every little helps. We're not going to look at those just yet until we get to the race. And we've got a dilemma of sponsors complaining. Our sponsors have been rather disappointed with the hospitality you've put on this season. In fact, we're getting a bit of a bad reputation and it's making us seem rather less attractive to major companies. Could you get one of the drivers to put in a few appearances over the race weekend to impress the sponsors? Well, obviously we don't want to lose access. It's nearly down to 0. Team marketability plus 30. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to upset Latin in a bit, but her morale's high enough that she can take it anyway. Well, she's still got 100% morale anyway. And it's improved the marketability a little bit. Not enough to get another sponsor star, but decent enough. We're now 100% with team marketability. It's just the drivers that aren't marketable. And we've got the new engine finished. What are we at with this at the moment? This is what we want to concentrate on now. We've got these. That one's good enough. So we're not going to have time to work on the engine because I want to get these 2 bits up to scratch first. So this... where's the new engine? So this new engine's it's gonna have to wait until after the next race before we work on it. Is it good? We could actually put... Which engine do we have in Mia's car? We have the 129. We could put the new engine in Mia's car and give her the engine expert boost for the next race. Which is, I think, what we're going to do. So we might work on that as well. Try get these parts reliable, and then we can concentrate getting everything performance-wise up to scratch. So that's what we're going to do. So not long now till the British Grand Prix. We've got a couple of new sponsor offers, so we're just going to wait until we get to the start of the race before we go ahead and decide what we're going to do with those. Just a couple of days to go here. Travel to Guildford. Mayo. Andrea Floridi wants to leave Dragon Race Team. So we get to decide what we want here. We've got 3 offers. Tenth or above. That's not too bad. 400,000. We're getting 450,000 for 9th last time, but we do get an upfront payment with this one. I wonder if we got the 1 chi. So no, we don't have the 1 chi, which is what we were using last time. So we've sort of lost the. We sort of lost the one that we were using here last time. I'm going to take this one because it's got the upfront payment. We're not going to actually go for that one. We're going to end up going for this one. So we've got an upfront payment and the bonus payment of £400,000 per race, finishing 10th or above. So that's the one we're going to go for there. And see what sort of money we got offered here. That one's 4 races at that. So that's near enough 800,000 over the 4 races, which is near enough £200,000 per race. This one is £200,000 per race, including that onto that. No, it's not, is it? What am I saying? No, it's nowhere near that, is it? Is it? No, that's per race. That works out at £50,000 per race. That upfront payment, so that's £200,000, and this one's £100,000. So that one's out of it. So what would this one be over the 4 races? So that would be 100,000. Try to do it in my head here. That would be 112,500. So this one's just slightly better by a couple of £1,000s per race, so that's the one we're going to use. 7 races. Slightly better. What does that make us now? Are we still at 892 per race? I don't think we've got the same sponsors, but maybe we're pulling in the same money per race. So now we do have a choice between this and this, but I think it's going to be harder to hit this more of the time, so this one will probably pull us in more money over the course of 4 races, because we might not finish in 6 or above all of them. If we finished in 6 or above 2 races and we finished in 10th or above 4 races, we'd obviously get more from this one, so that's what we're going to go with. Still unhappy with the setup because Santa Ana does have the better car. Just need to have a quick look here, don't we? So we do have the best gearbox in the car at the moment. So we can give Latin this suspension, which is the one that we're building up for Santa Ana, but it's not the best one yet. And we do have this other engine that we can give to Santa Ana. She's still not happy with the setup of the car, although she's not that far behind Santa Ana at the moment. With the parts we've got, she's just the engine is quite far behind, but it's a lot better than what she was last time. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with for this one. And we're going to go ahead and do practice now at the British Grand Prix. I'm going to use the setup that I used last season for here, which got me a 98% with Santa Ana, so that's the one that we're going to start with. Obviously a lot of things have changed, we've got a better car now, so I would expect the setup requirements to have changed a bit, and we got rain again for practice, just like we did last time in Munich. It's a British Grand Prix, so we're probably going to have rain for the race as well. So what did we use last time? We did 17. That was a 25, this was a 1.6. And then we did high gear ratios and the suspension really high. We had that up at 94 last time. So this setup last time gave us a rating of it's going to rain. We'll come out. We're only going round once to start with, so we'll do it on the softs. Yeah, this setup gave us 98% last time. Whether it'll do that or not again this time, I do not know. Hopefully it gets us somewhere near. We'll run the same setup for Latin, and so we'll go ahead, hit practice, have them both go around just the one time, both going out on softs. What were the other cars doing? Just have a look what everyone else is doing on the tyres. Yeah, everyone else is going out on dry tyres, so we'll do the same. We're only going round once, so it doesn't matter. We're not actually setting a lap time. Yeah, hopefully we can get a decent time off that. Right, so they're both back in after that one. We didn't set a time because we just tried to get the readouts. So what sort of level did we get? We've got a 95% there to start, not much to change. We'll just take that up a little bit, bring it more in line. We'll move it a whole one. Not going to change out else, so we're going to do that. Is it going to stay wet? No, it's not, so we can come out on the soft tyre again. And Latin seemed a little bit more happy, although the handling was a little bit off with hers, and the 94%, so it's not rated as high, even though we got 2 excellent. So we just need to sort out the handling, maybe drop that 1. Put everything else back in line by using the tyre pressure, so everything else is still the same. And we'll send her around once with that as well and see what sort of settings, what sort of feedback we get from that. Right, so after that lap, we're still all in the greens with Santa Ana. Here, we actually lost a little bit there. Let's try that back down that way. Not too unhappy with this setting. Where should we take it? We'll try that one. I don't know how much time we've got, 8 minutes left, so we might try set a time with this setup this time. Just to see what we're doing. Oh no, it's gonna rain, isn't it? The rain's coming back. I should have sent her out on intermediates there. No, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring her in. And Latinen, we've got excellent, so we're gonna do it again. We're gonna send them out for one more lap because we're gonna have to set intermediate times. Anyway, so we're going to see if we can shore up this handling a little bit more. So we went right a little bit. So we'll try that. Again, we'll drop the tyre pressure, bring those back in line. And we're going to go out on the intermediates just to go around the track. And we'll see what sort of rating that is, because that's the last setup we're going to do, and next time we're going to set some times with these setups. Right, so we're back in again. We're going to leave Latinum with this setup. Well, we're going to change it again, but we're going to try set a time on the next setup. And we got 2 purples, 2 excellent, and we lost a bit of the speed balance, so that dropped. So we need to take the speed balance the other way. So what did we do? We went right, and we need to take speed balance back that way a tiny bit. Right, that'll do. And we need intermediates. Although I don't think we're going to get a lap time close to anyone else because they did it on a drier track. But we're going to set one anyway. And 98% there. I think we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. I don't want to mess with the car too much because I want to see what sort of time we can get. See if she's quicker than Santa Ana. So we're going to watch this lap. We're going to go round and set a time here. And let's see what we can get. It's a long lap is Guildford, so we're only just going to get this one lap in. And then the in lap, and that should be the end of the session there. The rain's getting worse towards the end of the session. It does look like Latin. No, a couple of cars coming out of the pit, so we're not even going to get a clean lap in. Go ahead and have a push from there. And the same for Santa Ana. So 1.2 seconds behind. Obviously we're on a lot wetter track than the other cars set their times on. Although it looks like a couple of them managed to get out and do laps on the dry tyres at some point. So as long as we're not last here, 13th, so that's not bad when considering a lot of these cars must have done laps on drier tyres. So we've got 11th and 14th overall. So yes, that's a pretty good practice session there. So we could be quite a lot quicker than some of the other cars, hopefully. And we've got Latinen's engine up a bit more in this one as well, so we're going to go ahead and leave practice there and we'll be back for the race. So we're back for the race now. We are aiming for 10th or above. It doesn't look, it looks like we're going to have another dry race day, as we've got clouds to full on sun. So we shouldn't have any water issues on this, and with these laps being long, did we get her engine up to scratch? No, we didn't put the new engine in, did we? So we're going to go for those two like we normally do. And we're going to go for race trim and nurse for Santa Ana. So who's starting at the back of the grid here? Santa Ana's 16th and it's 13 laps. So we're going to try, if we can, we're going to do a one-stop strategy for Santa Ana. Which means she's going to have to run the low engine mode for a little bit of the race. And we're going to go for... just make sure she can get around. Just put her on the soft tyres to start with. Hopefully it's not too big a risk and it's not going to mess us up. We are going to go full for everything for her. So in the end there we managed to get 98%. We kept it the same for Latinen and practice. We could have a push and we managed to get up to 96% with Santa Ana at their end. So two good setups, so hopefully it does us some does us some good in the race. So we might have a push for the first lap on the tyres. I'm going to run medium for the first lap and then knock it down to low. Whereas Lattinen, who's starting a lot higher up the grid, is going to push and hold on to those places. Whereas Sant'Arana, we don't have any real chance of keeping up with the cars at the back of the grid, because these cars here, the Ozu, the Vexala and the Eastwood, those cars are a lot better than us, so we've got no chance of competing with us. So we're going to just try stick with them, drop behind them a little bit, and then once everyone pits we're going to have clear air and have the advantage of only doing one pit stop. So hopefully there's not a safety car that messes that strategy up for us like it usually does. But we're going to have to go ahead and push a little bit because we've got a cold track, we've got cold tyres, so we do need to push them both a tiny little bit to get them up to temperature. Sant'Arana's doing well, holding on to 16th there. Sant'Arana's dropping, Lattinen even is dropping down the order a little bit here. She always seems to do. She seems to lose places pretty easily this season. She managed to hold on to them quite well last season. Managed to hold on to the front of the grid and finish high up, like starting in first and finishing second. But now we've got around, these tyres are not heating up for Sant'Arana at all, are they? So we're going to have to go ahead and push them a little bit. In Lattinen we're going to do 2 laps, we push in. Or maybe just around to the halfway point of this lap. It looks like she's picking up a little play. No, she's losing places still, but picks that back up again, back into 10th. And Sant'Arana's now running behind, but she's keeping up with the back of the grid. Right, so that's it for Latin, and now we can turn her down. We'll still have her push these tyres because they're only in this range. We'll still try to get hers up, but we need to just push on them now, I think, because we need to get her through to lap 7 hopefully. Even with the engine, no, we didn't turn the engine down, did we? Just see how far we can get on this setup. Just see if we can get her through to lap 6 and then hopefully get her through to the end of the race from there. Latin now running in 15th place, so both cars have dropped down to the back of the grid here. Doesn't look like it's going to be our race today. Hopefully we can pick up a few places through pit stops and strategy, and we've got a safety car which messes up our strategy totally there. So we're going to bring both cars in. Lap 4, everyone's going to have to make 2 new stops, so we're going to have to go with the softs now. Full to the top, full to the top, fast pit stop, because we're going to have to end up stacking now, aren't we? Don't think she's far enough behind. Do the same for her. Fast as well. So every time we try and do this one-stop strategy, a safety car seems to wreck our plan, because we seem to have a safety car pretty much nearly every race. So we do. There seems to be quite a lot of crashes, and maybe that's just because of the quality of the drivers in this series, that we do get a lot of crashes. And it looks like we're going to double stack in the pits here, but every other team's doing that as well. Hopefully she can get out just before Sant'Arana comes. There wasn't too much crossover there, thankfully. So we're going to have to chase a different strategy now, aren't we? So, because both of these cars are going to have to stop another time now. So that's a one stopper out of the window for Sant'Arana, but we'll still have her try and run a little bit longer than everyone else. Try and get her some clear air to run in. Coming up behind the safety car now. We're going to be behind this safety car for quite a long time now. Yeah, because it's got to go around this long British track one more time at a snail's pace. Look, if we slowed it down, if we stuck behind that with it on that, we'd be here all day. Right, so the safety car's going back into the pit, so we're going to put these into attack and overtake mode just for a lap, maybe Latin them for 2 laps, and then we'll turn Sant'Arana down, because we want Sant'Arana to stay out an extra lap over Lattinen. Sant'Arana's managed to move up a couple of places here. She got stuck behind Lattinen there, so hopefully looks like we're going to have both cars running together. Hopefully they're not going to hit each other. It'd be the worst thing in the world. They're getting close to each other there, aren't they? Maybe we should have Lattinen. No, Sant'Arana's got past there. Yeah, so that's good enough. Sant'Arana's moving up the order here, so Sant'Arana's doing quite well, so maybe we'll have her push. Or would she do better with a clear area? Let's see what she's gaining there. Is she gaining? She is still, isn't she? Should we have both cars push? Should we turn her down a little bit? And we'll turn her down. We'll have Latin continue to push. Latin is going to hit the pits first. So I think Santa Ana can keep up with these cars. This engine mode, and then hopefully we'll have an extra lap there to push while some of these come into the pits, hopefully. We've got a car steaming up behind us there. Latin's running down here, so I think she's going to have to come in this lap. That should be enough to get her through to the end of the race. We'll go ahead and fill her up with fuel so we can have a push till the end. And Santa Ana, we're going to go around one more time. Just tyres, we'll just try and get a bit more life out of these. As we come up to the last lap here of her stint. So she's gone past the pits now, so we'll go put it into overtake mode. Has that got enough to get us round? No, it doesn't, does it? So let's see what we can get around this lap in high, maybe. High we can get round in, and maybe a little bit of pushing at some point. We haven't changed the tyres, have we? It's warning us. So we'll change the softs. Go one lap extra. And we will do a fast one. And she's got enough life in these tyres to go ahead and push them to the limits as she comes round now. It didn't work out with the clear air because a couple of cars have decided to stay out in front. But we do have super soft tyres on whilst they have softs on, so we might be able to get past them. And we do, so we've done quite well there. Well done, Santa Ana, passing 2 cars on that lap. She's running low fuel, but she's got enough to get round. Have we got enough to just push it as we head into the pit? Just enough. We're going to have a good pit stop. Yes, we are, so we can go ahead and push that down. Push the new tyres slightly. And I think we've got enough with Latin and just to keep her in this engine mode till the end of the race. Just keep an eye on the tyres. Santa Ana out into 12th. But I think a few of these have still got pit stops to make, haven't they? And we do have some excess fuel to push if we need to. That car in 13th is catching us. So again, maybe we can put the engine mode into high there. Ah, and that was well worked out there with a couple of these cars running out of fuel already, it seems like. What's up with the cars? We do have more fuel in her car, so we can put her into overtake mode till the end of the race now. We're not going to have any problems with the engine or anything like that. So let's see what sort of position we can get Santa Ana up into here. There's a couple of cars breaking down or whatever's happening to them. We're just flying past them all here. Obviously this car here, who is that? Who's that car there? Dreyfus. She's in a... Can't remember what car she's in there, but she seems to have a much better car than ours that it keeps flying past us, but she keeps getting held up by the other cars that are slowing down around. So what we've got, we're on this penultimate lap here, aren't we? So can we catch any of these other cars that are in front? I think this is where we're going to finish now. Unless any other cars give up the ghost before the end of the race. We've got quite a lot of excess fuel, so we can just keep pushing now till the end. And we are gaining again on some of these cars in front of us. But it doesn't look like we're going to catch them for the race here. Whether Latin can get past a few more cars. It looks like all the other back markers are stuck there. Oh, we've got past another up into 5th now. In the last corner. No, that one. So 5th place there and up into 12th. So that's another good result there. 5th and 12th. Not too shabby at all. So we've had a good result for pretty much every race this season. It seems like a lot of the other teams are messing up with the strategies, or I don't know what's happening to a lot of the other cars. Whether the safety car messes up the AI, I'm not sure. Every time a safety car comes out, a lot of the cars seem to have trouble getting to the end of the race. So seems quite strange, but it's working in our favour, whatever it is. We've got 5th and 12th. Another really good finish, which should keep us in 4th spot. Maybe help us push ahead a bit more in 4th spot as well. So yeah, another result that I'm really pleased with there. 5th and 12th. It's a lot better than we should be expecting. So what are we just waiting for now? We're waiting for someone to come around and finish. And we're all done, so let's see what we did there. Everyone made 2 stops. Now, a couple tried to do 1 stoppers for some reason. What happened to these? I don't know, do these ones just bow out before the end of the race? But some of these try to get through from this pit, from this to the end of the race for some reason. Strange decision of it. They must have thought they could do it. We don't have any problems with any parts in the car like we did earlier when we got one of the gearboxes banned. So there we go, 4th place. Did we move up a place? Yeah, we must have done, because one of these has been demoted as well. So we moved up into 4th. Stuck with 12th, so 4th and 12th place there. Brilliant, and that moves Santa Ana up into 4th place. Now she's only 5 points off. 5 points off. That is amazing, 5 points off. Being top of the drivers standing. Yeah, I can't quite believe that we're actually doing that in the Predator car. And we're now up into 3rd place. And we're only 22 points behind this. And we've got a nice little gap to here. We've got a bigger gap to here. So we've got... Well, this gap closed a bit there. A little bit, I think. But yeah, 3rd place now in the Constructors. So everything's looking good this season. And it does give me confidence that we're doing the right thing at the moment, that concentrating on the car, getting the car up to scratch, catching a lot of these teams up, and then working on the HQ in the off-season is the right way to go. And hopefully we can keep this form going up towards the end of the season and into next season. Everyone's still happy we came 4th overall then. Absolutely amazing again. From everyone in this team, we got all the sponsorship that we got. We got another 1.2 million in, so now we've got a nice little kitty there of nearly £8 million. So yeah, everything's still looking and going in the right direction. Still making improvements, still improving every race. We've done well in nearly every race this season. What have we had? What have we had with Santa Ana? We've had 4th, but she's finished in the top 10 now, 4 races in a row. And considering she's starting far back down the grid, that is quite an achievement for her to do that. And Latinen as well. She's not been too bad at all this season. Doing quite well in her role. Pretty much what we'd... Well, actually a little bit better than what I'd expect from a car condition, doing alright every race. And yeah, so we're doing absolutely brilliant here at the moment. He's still got a little bit of engine work to do. And yeah, we're back in... what we're back with next time, Tondela. So 3 races to go. And it looks like we're going to finish in the top half of the Constructors table. So that's absolutely brilliant. So if you would like to see if we're going to keep up this spot or drop down the order or even climb higher. I know it's a long way off winning the championship and it's not something I want to do this season because the car's not good enough to move up. But if you want to see if we can go ahead and do that, click that subscribe button down below and you should be notified of when I post more updates than this. I am trying to do 1 update a day. Maybe moving to doing 2 updates a day if I find the time. Because I am really enjoying playing this game and it's only the chance I get to play it when I make a video. I don't get much chance to play it outside of making these videos. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And if you think we're doing well this season, if you think we're doing better than expected with this Predator car, hit that like button down below and leave me a comment. I do like hearing from everyone and I do try and reply to everyone that leaves a comment, so go ahead and do that. And until next time, I'll see you down the road.